Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to our February program meeting. Happy Black History Month. Happy almost midterms, almost spring break, almost there. Shout out to Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Welcome. That's the reference. But nonetheless, we thank y'all for joining us today. We have an engaging and informative program meeting for you all. So let's get started. I'm going to move out the way, and y'all may have met them during the first program meeting, but we have our peer mentors on site, y'all. Our peer mentors are here. They are engaging, they are ready to rock and roll. And if you didn't meet them the first time, I'm going to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves again. Leslie, I see you first. So Leslie, please give us a short introduction of who you are, your major, and any, thing and parting words you would like to share with the crew.
Hi guys, I'm Leslie Maldonado. I'm a senior here at UHC. This is my 5th semester here. I'm a math major with a minor in Spanish. I'm part of the new co-ed fraternity on campus called Alpha Psi Lambda. Thank you for joining us. I hope you guys enjoy the program meetings, and if you ever need help, don't always feel free to reach out to your mentor, to me. Even if you're not my mentee, I'll always answer. Dean, go.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dean LeBlanc. I'm a junior. I'm majoring in safety management. This is my first time being a peer mentor for ATA, but I was a peer mentor for the Gator Success Center last semester. And I'm really excited to meet you all, transfer students. And if you're my mentee, please reach out to me. If you have any questions or just want to talk or anything, I'm always available. I'm mostly always on campus, so just let me know what's going on. So I'm always here to help. So that's.
Thank you, Dean.
I love the I'm always here to help, kinda. I love that. That's great.
Juliet.
Hi everyone, I'm Juliet. Can you guys see me? Okay, so I am a political science major minoring in public administration, graduating this semester. I'm so excited. Whew. Anyway, please reach out to me. ATA has been a good program for me when I started over here. It's helped me become a better person. It's my leadership skills has been built very well. CLCs, listening to it and attending it has helped me a lot as a person. I actually can attest to that. And being a volunteer as well myself, I love to volunteer for other things. Please do that yourself and you will enjoy it. My mentees, please reach out to me. Whenever I reach out to you, if I'm bothering you, please let me know, but I'm here to assist and help. And thank you to all our coaches. Thank you, Ashley.
You're most welcome, Juliet. You're not a bother at all. And to all of our mentees, they came here just like you all in their first semester, and they have found their own path, their own lane, their niche, their group. And so they're here to support you on your journey as you do that, as you get involved with all that ATA and the university has to offer. So please utilize them. There's something for everyone here. And if it does not exist, your peer mentor is that go-to person that can help you create it. So please connect with them as they will be connecting with you. Their office is in N320. That is the Gator Success Center, which is also the old Academic Advising Center. I know that some students come here looking for advising, so I'm just going to put it out there. If you're looking for the old Academic Advising Center, come to our office and you will find the Gator Success Center. And that's N320P. If I could get someone to drop that in the chat, that'd be please and thank you. This is where they'll be reaching out to you via phone, via text, via email. And we hope that you connect with them and you find your experience with them positive, welcoming, and impactful on your journey. Thank you so much. And let's get to it. So we do have some UHD events happening on campus this semester and in the upcoming weeks. For March, as y'all know, this is Black History Month. So Black History Month will be concluding with the Crown and Glory series on February 28th from 11:30 to 1 o'clock. This is an opportunity to engage with professionals in the wellness arena, such as nutrition. I believe that there is a doctor in the house, disability services, and some counselors here on campus that you can connect to learn more about how to take care of yourself, how to take care of the people around you. And it's a wonderful event. This is I think this is the 4th Crown and Glory event that they've done, and they've all been very informative and insightful. This is open to everyone. So please, if you are able to connect with them, it's going to be in person and virtual. In addition to that, the GSC has a number of academic success workshops for y'all to attend this semester. As y'all connect with your success coaches, Mr. Richardson Jones and Ms. Flores, and even Mrs. Brewer, on top of the information that you're learning in the success coaching sessions, you'll be able to learn more in addition to that through the academic success workshops. We have one coming up on the 2nd talking about stress and mental health. You are your greatest investment. So this is how you can learn to build upon those skills. If you attend if you attend any of these academic success workshops, they do count towards your CLC requirement. You have to meet with your coach for your success coaching, but you can attend any of the academic success workshops or any of these events listed here to go towards your CLC requirement. We have some going on from the 2nd of March all the way up to the last week before finals kicks in on April 26th. If any of these events interest you, please connect with the Gator Success Center, connect with your success coach, connect with your peer mentor, connect with me. I have flyers in my office as well, and we would love to have you all be a part of these wonderful academic events. In addition to that, the Maine Career Center is trying to help y'all get a job. Be ready. When it comes to getting that hot seat and you're sweating and your knee is tapping and you're wondering if you're doing well on this interview, you probably are doing a great job. But to feel great, to feel confident in that, the Maine Career Center wants to help you this semester. They have a number of events going on. They have starting in March, they have a health fair career checkup. So they'll be looking at where you are in your career readiness journey. So if you need your resume looked at, connect with a career counselor. If you need to get your LinkedIn updated, do that. If you need a headshot, do that. If you just want to say, hi, my name is such and such, I was told to come talk to you about such and such, hello. You can do that as well. They love to put a face to names. They love to laugh. There's some wonderful career counselors on campus here to connect with you. So please do that. Please connect with them in March. I know that y'all have ATA 3099 for our first spring 2023 semester students. If you're wondering, how can I get that headshot? How can I update my LinkedIn? Throughout the semester, they'll be hosting LinkedIn workshops and headshots. So when you can go get your LinkedIn profile created, or you can go get a headshot for that LinkedIn and vice versa. So please take advantage of those opportunities on campus. They'll also be partnering, with the Maine, the Business Career Center on I believe that's the 30th of March, excuse me, for the All Industries Internship Fair. So if you're wanting to get that experience before you graduate and maybe get paid for it, please attend this career fair on the 30th. Make sure that you have an updated resume and you come to dress in business casual, business professional wear. If you need a suit, if you need a blouse, if you need those items, please let us know. Please reach out to one of the career centers because they have items for y'all to wear to these events as well. And if you need something, I have a nice sweater. It's very comfy in the office. We could throw it over your t-shirt, your solid color t-shirt. You'll be good to go. You'll be ready. We'll get you right for that. How does that sound? Cool. Perfect. And all of these, again, count as CLC requirements. Lastly, if you're interested in Study Abroad Office and the Center of Diversity and Inclusion are hosting a workshop next week, next Tuesday. They'll have pizza, they'll have cupcakes, they'll have information about how you can use Study Abroad to build your cultural competency. Cultural competency is a big component in the workplace now, in your career, in your in all of your life, really. So the Study Abroad will be able to help you get a passport stamp, get a passport, and build that cultural competency as well. So it's a wonderful opportunity for y'all to get involved with Study Abroad. That does go to experiential learning. That does look amazing on your resume. And that does look fun to say, hey, y'all, I went to London, I went to Africa on university dime, whoop, whoop. As a student, that's dope, because as staff, it doesn't get that good for us. So please visit the Study Abroad Office, the Center of Diversity and Inclusion. They would love to feed y'all and give y'all information about how you can travel for a grade, because it does count as a class as well. And then two more events, y'all, I promise, and I'll pass it along to my colleagues. The Center of Public Service is hosting an engagement event on building a movement, the intersection of social work, education, and criminal justice. So this is for all my CPS majors, or if you're even interested in going into that arena, this is a wonderful opportunity to get more information about how these fields spark transformational change in the lives of the people around you, in your community, in the workplace, and anything that may interest you. You can learn that through these different majors. Check them out on March 7th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. in the CPS building. So if you go to where the Metro is, if you go to one side is COB and CST, the opposite side is CPS, just go the opposite way of COB and CST, and you'll be at the CPS building. If you need a tour, let me know. I love to walk. I'll walk you there. Last event, it's tax season, y'all. It's tax season, time to get your receipts together, time to get your W-9, your 1099, time to claim a child that you've been taking care of, that you love, and you want to get, reparations for. This is the time to do it. UHD is partnering with the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, where they will help you get your taxes filed and together for free. I know when you go to TurboTax, you go to HR, and then you do all your taxes, and then there's someone's like, would you like to get an expert assistance? Like, yeah, I want someone to look over my stuff, and they charge you $150. It's like, cuts all that off for you. They do it for free. They help you get your materials together. They help you know what to file, help you understand what your taxes are asking of you for free. That's a wonderful resource to students, to staff members. They'll be running through the 15th of April. And here are the things that you need to qualify: $76,000 in income or less, be a college student or international student like yourselves, a senior citizen with an annual income amount, or disabled. These are all the things that will get you eligible to receive this service. Check them out. They're in the College of Business. Their phone number and their website is, and their email is here as well. And don't worry if you don't catch it now. This PowerPoint will be shared with you after the event as well. And that tax thing, I know that's a personal thing to take care of your business, but that one will also count as a CLC. Because when you get a job, you have taxes. You will always have them. All right. always. I sound like a woman doing the updates at church. So I'm gonna pass it to the next segment. Oh, that is me again. Huh. All right, so it's that time of year. Listen, it's Friday. School sucks. It's Friday and we're here. We are on top of getting your book vouchers. If you are eligible to receive a book voucher, we would love to give y'all some money, more money. And that money looks like scholarships. Right now, we have opened up our ATA scholarships for spring 2023. And here are some of the qualifications to apply and win, and potentially win a scholarship. So all of our scholarships, someone is doodling. Never mind. All of our scholarships they range from $500 to $1,000. Our video essay is $1,000. Our Grow with Google is $1,000. Our Grow with Google is a workshop-based assignment where you'll be working with the career centers to do the Grow with Google modules, and they will help you build a robust spreadsheet of all the things that are considered when you are applying for positions. So you'll be able to learn a new skill, you'll be able to learn organizational skills, you'll be able to how to intentionally look for jobs, apply for them, and that's with the Grow with Google, and that's one of our largest scholarships. All of our scholarships are eligible, all of our students are eligible to apply. If you're fall 2022 cohort, you must have had to complete your ATA requirements in fall 2022 or spring 2023. So you must be on track to complete those complete your requirements in order to receive the scholarship. In addition to that, for spring 2023, all of our incentive track students this semester, so you are working towards your ATA requirements to get that book voucher, which means you're a full-time student. If you're currently full-time, you're an incentive track student in ATA, that means you're eligible to win the book voucher and apply for the scholarship and win it. If you do this, just make sure that you're also on track to complete your requirements at the end of the semester for that book voucher as well. Any students a part of our previous cohorts, the same thing applies to you, spring 2022 and back. If all you've had to do is complete your requirements in one of your first semester in your first year, and you'll be eligible to win. Scholarships are due, and team, correct me if this is wrong, scholarships are due April 18th. Heidi, we talked about this. I know, Mackenzie, April 18th or 24th?
That's when I think that this is for scholarship.
Yeah, scholarships.
I'm double checking.
Yeah, I can't remember right off the top of my head.
I
So
remember us
for
talking about this.
yes, so for the students that are in here.
I have the date.
The 28th.
The
Yeah.
28th?
Yes.
All right.
The book voucher opens April 18th. Scholarship deadline is the 28th. And then your book voucher deadline and requirement deadlines are May 3rd.
Okay. Thank you. Can we drop that in the chat as well, please?
Yes.
And we have our
And the
first.
scholarship open today.
Okay, yes, the scholarships are open today. Begin to apply for them, get them in. There are 3 other requirements that will be necessary for you to be eligible to win. The first one is have a FAFSA or a TASFA on file with the financial aid office. The second one is be in academic good standing, so have at least a 2.0. And the last one is, please, a lot of these, all of these essays, all of these projects require an essay. Take your essay to the Writing Center. I repeat, please take your essay to the Writing Center. And for more information about the Writing Center, we will be going through helpful resources on campus with you in the next few slides. So I have Ms. Flores take that away. But please take your essay to the Writing Center. We know when we could tell the writing, how it's structured, punctuation, grammar, all of that is considered when we review our essays. These essays also, we do not evaluate them to decide on the winner. Your staff members you engage with, your faculty that you engage with, they are the ones that are reading these essays. So please take the time to invest in the scholarship by getting your essay reviewed a few times before you turn it in. Please do not wait till the last minute. As Mrs. Brewer said, this is due on April 28th. That is the week before finals starts. Things start to get real blurry because finals, studying, this, that, and the third. Please take care of this ahead of time so that way you can knock this out and then focus on your other priorities. I did see a few hands up, so we'll just pause right here and I will to answer a few questions. Thank y'all. Did y'all's questions get answered in the chat?
Yes, so I'll just ask it out loud, just in case you can't see it. The question was, can you apply for the scholarships if you're on track to complete them by the deadline?
Yes. However, if you apply and once the book vouchers close and we see that you have not completed your ATA requirements, not only will you not be able to get the book voucher, but you will not be able to win the scholarship even though you applied. So make sure that you are up to date on your ATA requirements as well. Cool. Now we're going to pass the Ps to, I believe, Heidi.
Me.
Here we go.
Alrighty, okay. So, hi everybody, I'm one of the coaches here. I'm going to talk to you about some of the UHD resources that are available for you. Before I start, I recommend for you to prepare yourself to take pictures of the slides because they include the department information, links, and even screenshots of the website information. So this first slide is of the ATA Lounge in South 418, which is where you see Mackenzie Brewer, the name on there, and you see all the couches and all of that. That's where they are. And I put on there a couple pictures. It looks kind of empty, but it's not anymore. We took these pictures a while ago. But you can find microwaves, snacks, waters, information flyers, Keurig, TV, comfy seats. You can go socialize, just go eat and just kind of hang out there. And it is, free and available for you guys. Next slide. All righty. So if you walk down that hallway where the ATA Lounge is located, we have the main career center located there. So if you need assistance for job searching, headshot, mock interviews, and grad school, you can book a session with the main career center and they will assist you. This is also where you can get your ATA 3099 done for your spring 2023 requirements for this first semester. And then next slide. And tell me if I'm going quick. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, you guys can drop them off on the comment section. All righty. Okay, so this would be for my College of Business students. Your career center is actually in the College of Business building on the first floor. They still offer the same services as the main career center. It's just in a different location. Okay. All righty. So this would be the student health services. And this is well, there is a nurse practitioner that is on campus from Monday through Friday. They offer different services like blood work, physicals, birth control refills, and etc. I always recommend my students to be familiar with this location because I understand at times doctors can't take you in like until next week, a couple days afterwards, not the day of. Sometimes it comes down to months or months after you need a service. This service isn't free, which I added, the prices on there as well. But it is a discounted price range. And then if you guys have insurance, chances are they will take them. It is convenient because you could potentially see the nurse practitioner the same day or at least the same week in person or virtual. Next. Oh, okay. So this is the counseling services that are available for free. I definitely recommend everyone to look into it and give it at least a try. It does not have to be because you're having relationship problems or family problems or anything like that. It can be because you're having anxiety before you take an exam or a quiz. The counseling services can help you and give you tips on how to manage it. Please always put your physical and mental health first, okay? Alrighty, so this would be the food market. This is located in the second floor where you can grab up to 40 pounds of food. I have added a QR code and you can go ahead and scan that. It keeps you on the loop when they have more things in stock because I know at times when you go, it's empty. Or you can sign up for Remind 101 where they can directly text you instead. So if you guys want to go ahead and either scan that QR code or look into that Remind 101.
Hey, Heidi,
Yes,
can I add something to that?
go ahead.
So as Miss Flores mentioned, that's 40 pounds per week that y'all can get of groceries. Now, I don't know if y'all seen the price of eggs lately, but eggs are crazy right now. So this is an opportunity to cut some of that cost that you're spending in the grocery store here on campus with some free food from the food bank and other nonprofit organizations in the Houston area that want to give, but it's mostly through the food bank. Also, your peer mentors, last semester, they would take a group of students down to the food bank together and they would go grocery shopping. So if you would like to make that a thing with your peer mentor, please connect with your peer mentor on doing that, what days they're going, so that y'all can make this a community based initiative to go grocery shopping together. They have some great stuff in there. Some things, it's free food, so it may not be the best thing, but it is something that y'all can use to get a nutritional meal, get a good meal at home without going to the grocery store and spending X amount of dollars. So thank you, Heidi, for plugging that in.
Alrighty, so I have added the library setup on here because I know a lot of ATA students are online or barely come to campus. So this, we can't even see my mouse. The one that has color on it, that's the 4th floor. And that's the computer lab. And that is where you can find study rooms or reading rooms. Some are without the native key and some you must ask the front desk so they can get you in. And then the other one does not have color on it. That's the 5th floor and it's where all the books are located and the checkout desk as well. And I also want to make sure that you guys are aware that there is an online library located for you guys. So it's on there where it says WI Dykes Library. That's the search engine where you can look into looking up a book or anything like that. And well, if you guys have any questions or anything like that as well, you guys can drop them, like I said, on the chat. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna leave it up to Mackenzie and Leslie if they want to talk, go ahead and talk about tutoring services.
Some of the tutoring services that we have are supplemental instruction, which are your SI, those are kind of your beginner core classes. These are taught by students who have aced the class before, have even probably had that exact same professor. They offer them in multiple formats, either in person, hybrid, or they're in person, online, and they kind of have a hybrid where it's like maybe like they only do it once a week and then the other day is Zoom. So those are also on this 4th floor as well. So you have everything you can need here, but up on the 9th floor on North N25, you're gonna have 2 different tutoring services, and this is very important. On the left side, you have the Center for Math and Statistics. So that's where you're gonna go with all your math questions. It's gonna be, as soon as you walk in, you usually see the desk, and then to the left and more so in the middle is where you're gonna find all the tutors for the math and statistics. And then in the far right side is where you're gonna be going for all your writing and reading centers. So for your English comp classes, or your technical writing, or your business report, or maybe you have a research project coming up and you don't really know where to start. You're kind of struggling with the professor's instructions. You don't understand maybe the feedback that a professor gave you on an essay, or need to understand what it is that you did wrong on that paper, or whatever it may be. The tutors are there for you. I believe for math and statistics, there should be also virtual and in person. And I know that definitely for the Writing and Reading Center, you're gonna have 3 different options. So you can either go in person, you can go virtually, or there's a 3rd option, which if you go to their website, just type in UHD, WRC, there is a Dropbox option. Give the tutors about, a 48 hours to give you back your paper, but say you don't really want to like go in, don't have the time to meet, but you just want someone just to check the grammar on your paper, make sure it looks great. Or like Ashley was saying, because your scholarships need to be reviewed by the Writing Center, you can have them review it. The tutor will make a video, and they will leave all comments or anything on there. You'd fill out a quick little survey, which is just saying what the paper is, or the assignment, what it is you're looking for, the description of the assignment, and you never have to meet with the person, and they will send it right back to you via email, and you can just review that video. Like I said, you do want to give them about 48 hours. So like, don't do it the night before the paper's due, but maybe you already finished it. You just want to be like, let me just see if it all looks good. And then of course they have plenty of computer spaces there. So they have computer lab hours, and these hours are essentially the same as the tutoring hours. We are open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday. And they're also open Friday and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So if you work during the weekdays and you can't get into a tutoring session, or you just need to like borrow the printing and computers, you can go there on Friday and Saturday until 3 p.m. So definitely take advantage of that. It is in your tuition, you are paying for it. So definitely go to their website. And then, it just looked like there was a question in the comments, but not regarding this. But we'll get to that, King. But yeah, that is our tutoring services available at UHD.
Does anybody have any questions? Oh, okay. Well, does anybody have any other questions? I see there's one on here.
Just real quick, I want to address a question that is in the chat right now, just because I feel like this is a good reminder to everyone. So the question is, I understand that any student can sign up to become an ATA member, but only specific students get specific ATA benefits. How do you know which group you fall into? And if so, how do you get all of the benefits? So because ATA is a grant, right? We're funded by grant funds from the Department of Education. In order for us to be able to award you certain financial benefits, like the scholarships and the book vouchers, you have to fall under the categories that are listed in the grant, which is being full-time, a full-time student, which is 12 hours, and then also having 48 to 60 hours whenever you started in the program. So if you have at least 12 credit hours that you're currently registered for, and by the end of this semester, you would have at least 60 hours, you would be considered an incentive participant, right? So if you're not, there are some members that wanted to join just so that they could be a part of the community of ATA, where they could have a peer mentor, have a coach, come to the program meetings, come to the CLCs, come to the different events, and be privy to all of the different resources that we provide for the students. Those students are likely not full-time, or they transferred but did not have the 60 hours and are full-time. They are considered non-incentive ATA members, right? So we have that information for each of you. If you're unsure which one that you fall into, please reach out to your respective coach or Ashley, and we can look up that information for you to verify which one you fall under.
Wonderful explanation, Deontay. Thank you for, well, one, for asking that question to the student who did, and then Deontay for the explanation. The credit hours are a little bit more flexible. So if, say, for instance, you have at least 40 hours, then you're good as well. You will still be able, you're still incentive track, and you're still able to be eligible. Well, your incentive track as long as you're full-time with the 40 hours as well. That was something that we couldn't be flexible with in admitting who can receive the book vouchers, but in the grant, you do have to be full-time, at least 12 credit hours. If you took a class at the beginning of spring 2023 and it was a 6-week class and you've already gotten a grade for that, and you still have 3 other classes to take for the full semester, that still counts towards the 12. I bring that up because I saw a student today who had that situation. So I did want to share it with the group that if you do have a mini semester class that you are taking on top of your other 9 hours, that does count as well for the spring semester. And like Ms. Deontay said, when in doubt, please reach out to your success coach or just reach out to me and I'll be happy to answer those questions.
Alrighty, okay. So this is actually my last slide. I also wanted you guys to be familiar with the distressing resources available here at UHD. So there is a gym that every student has a free membership for. Student activities, you can chill, socialize, and play some pool table, and etc. There's esports, and if you like playing video games, there's a whole department on the 2nd floor dedicated to it, which is esports. There's frats and sororities that are also available at UHD, but Rush Week is in the beginning of the semester. I'm sorry. So you would have to wait until fall to apply, or you could potentially just reach out to whoever you're interested for more information. But that is all for me. Now I'm passing it on to Deontay, who will be talking about time management.
All right, y'all, good afternoon. Thank y'all for even, spending the time with us this afternoon on a Friday. I know it's in the middle of the day, so every time that we have these and you all are here, I consider that a great use of your time management, right? Which is what we're going to talk about today. I also want to apologize for these random 4 yellow squiggly lines that showed up on our PowerPoint. We have been trying to figure out where in the world these came from, but we're just going to thug through it and we're going to make it work. All right, so today what we're going to talk about, we'll talk about some non-negotiables, right? And what that means, talking about priorities and making sure that we have our most important things at the top, right? What are going to be essential to our everyday life? What's going to keep us in school? What's going to impact our schooling? We're also going to talk about getting some assistance from technology, right? I think a lot of times when I work with students, we do a lot of things on paper just because it forces us physically to write things down. But there's a lot of assistance that we get from technology. We're using technology right now, right, to have this meeting. So it would be a good idea for you to know some of the benefits or some of the useful software that's out there that can also help you with your time management. We'll talk about the idea of having days off as well as me time, right? Because as far as time management is concerned, you also have to take care of yourself, right? Like Heidi was saying earlier, right? Your mental health and your mental wellness are very, very important. So we'll also discuss how to address those things along with all of our other responsibilities. Okay, so as far as a non-negotiable, right, what those are, whenever I'm talking about non-negotiable, these are things that we consider to be set in stone, right? So these are things like class. Obviously, unless your classes are online, there's not a whole lot of leeway that we have with when we have to be in class. That time is already obligated, right? Work, sometimes, right? If you have a job where your work hours are not the same consistently throughout through every week, I highly, highly, highly recommend you reaching out to your supervisor and letting them know that you're a student so that you can have consistency in your work schedule, so that you can work your studying, study groups, events that you want to be involved with, your meetings with your coaches or your peer mentors or organization meetings, right? All of those different kind of things that we want to make sure that we can fit around that work schedule as well. Organization meetings, maybe you're in a fraternity, a sorority, esports, right? Maybe you do extracurricular things. Maybe you do cheerleading, basketball, like Dean, right? Those kind of things we also know are typically going to be consistent throughout the semester, and those are non-negotiable unless you want to just leave that organization, right? Church, I know people that I come from a family where there were people that go to church like 5 times in a week, and I was not one of those people, but my family members were sometimes, right? So those things were not negotiable to them. They're going to go to choir practice on Wednesday. They're going to be at service on Sunday, so on and so forth. We want to schedule all of those things. And as far as our transfer students, right, a lot of our transfer students also have dependents, right? Y'all have people, little people, children, right, that rely on you. You might have to take them to school, pick them up. Some of us might have elderly parents or elderly grandparents that we also take care of. Those things are not negotiable. Those are priorities that we have to make sure that we fit the rest of our life around as well. So it's important to make sure we schedule all of those things, right? So, yeah, next slide. So, as far as scheduling these things, there's a lot of different things that we can use in order to do that. I am really big on, like, if you're one of my students, you've heard me talk about my Microsoft Outlook calendar. You've heard me mention it several times because that is like my school Bible, right? I can't do anything without really putting it on that calendar because it helps me schedule and it helps me know how much time I actually have. And I look at it on a daily basis. But I also use an Apple Calendar because that is for my personal things. So things that I do outside of work, side businesses and things like that, other obligations that I have. Those constant reminders that come up, for some people that can be stressful, but for us while we're in school, right, and have all of these different things that we're doing, it's important to make sure that we do get annoyed by those things so that we know this time is obligated to this, so on and so forth. You get the Microsoft Office calendar for free. Well, I say for free, but it's in your tuition is paying for it. So you might as well use it, right? So us as staff and faculty, we use it. Not enough students know this to use it. And a lot of us use the web version of the Microsoft Outlook calendar. I highly advise as students to download the Microsoft Outlook calendar or the Microsoft Outlook app. So every time that you get emails, it sends your phone a push notification. Every time that something pops up on your every time something pops up on like your meetings and requests and stuff like that, it also will send you a push notification, right? So those are a good software to have, especially since most of y'all are on y'all's phones all day anyway. Some of y'all are probably on your phone right now while I'm talking to you about this. So you might as well go ahead and download these apps that I'm talking about. I also use the Reminder app a lot because you can set reminders for specific times and make them reoccurring. So if you know that you want to study at a certain time every day, put it on there. Also virtual to-do lists, right? And for all of you that set your alarms, stop using snooze. It is not going to help you. That extra 9 minutes in the morning is not extra sleep that's going to help you power through your day. All right, so go ahead and get up, splash that cold water on your face and get your day started. Okay. Yeah. So as far as those scheduling and scheduling software, right? We have to take time to think about what is most important in our lives. Now, as an educator, I probably should not tell you this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyway. There are absolutely things in life that are more important than school, okay? And if we don't take care of those things, then school is not going to go well for us, right? So questions that I always advise our students to ask themselves, right? Does it pay the bills? Does it impact your physical health? Does it impact your mental health? And will not doing it impact your academic success, right? So you have to be the one that answers those questions, right? Does it pay the bills? Well, my job pays the bills. I have to go to work, right? That's not a negotiable. So I have to prioritize that high, because if I can't pay the bills or if I can't pay tuition, I can't go to school. If my physical health is impacted, typically I'm not going to care too much about academics and my performance is going to dwindle there. If my mental health is not in a good state, right? If I'm not going to the gym, if I'm not meditating, if I'm not, this is just me personally, right? If I'm not doing those things, then I know that my mental health is going to take a hit and that kills my motivation, right? So the things that keep you in a good mental headspace, whether that be going to the gym, getting outside every day, right? You have to prioritize those things as well, right? So that you can be academically successful. So here at the bottom, I say, think of school, right, as a puzzle piece, not the entire puzzle, okay? School is one piece of your entire life, right? We don't think about it like that because we think that, you know, this is the end all be all a lot of times, right? But it's important to take care of those other puzzle pieces as well, or the project never gets completed. Okay, now, when are my days off? All right, I hate to break it to y'all, but you don't have them, okay? As a college student, there are no days off. So your days off are when the semester or the term is over. So I know that we have spring break coming up, okay? And yes, I know break is in the term. However, take advantage of not having class on those days. Now, I know some of you are planning to probably turn up and, you know, you might go to Cancun or you might be going out of town and you're planning on partying it up. By all means, have a good time. But maybe instead of spending 7 days there, you might think about maybe 2 or 3, right? During these times that we have off, I cannot tell you how many students I've come across in my career where they were here and then spring break comes and then they don't come back after spring break because the motivation that technically it's like 9 days, 2 days each weekend and then 5 days during the week. where they're not doing anything academic, and that gives them a sense of what it feels like to not be in school. And it's hard to come back from that. So I always suggest, if you're ahead, if you're caught up in your schooling, then maybe try to read ahead a little bit so that when you come back to school, you're not, hitting a brick wall. Or if you had a rough start to the semester and you've been feeling like you needed to catch up the entire time, use spring break to do that, right? Take advantage of those breaks. You'll have time to kick it and hang out when the semester is over, and the semester will be over sooner than you actually think. Okay, so what about me time, right? There is absolutely a difference between time off and days off, right? So I said that there are no such thing as days off, right? But you do have time off, and you should absolutely plan for it. I believe in taking care, like spend at least, I would say 30 minutes to an hour. If you're super busy, try to find 30 minutes to an hour every single day where you put you first, right? Where you do something that you enjoy. I love playing video games. I have let that 30 minutes to an hour absolutely creep up closer to like 3 hours lately, and I need to kind of dwindle that back down, right? But I make sure to do something for myself every single day, because it can get a little bit difficult to continue to push through and trudge through this difficult time in our lives that we like to call college, right? So plan for those things. Go ahead and put it in your planner. At 6 p.m. every day, I'm going to go sit at a coffee shop and read, whatever it is that brings you joy, right? Because Ashley said it earlier, school sucks. I know it does. I did it twice, and I still think it sucks, and I'm gonna go back a third time, and I know that it's going to suck. So because of that, I know that I have to make sure to keep in mind that health is wealth, right? You will thank yourself, right? If you take care of yourself, because there's only so much that you can study. There's only so much that you can try to power through, that before you get to a space or before you get to a time where you'll start seeing diminishing returns, right? You're not going to see as much progress. So make sure you take care of yourself first. And that is it. That's all that I have. I will say that as far as time management, those of you that have met with me, you know that my time management spiel is a lot longer than that. We do basically like an entire workshop whenever we're sitting in our meetings. And the resources that Heidi talked about, right? She will definitely, we both go way more in depth than what we were able to give you right now in this meeting. But this is hopefully encouraging you to see the kind of things that we talk about and the kind of efforts that we want to put in with you in a one-on-one situation in an intentional manner. So please, please, please schedule those appointments with us. We are honestly dying to help you, right? So please make sure you come see us. And thank you to those of you who have been coming to see us. It's been a pleasure working with you.
Thank you so much, Deontay and Heidi, for the wonderful information that y'all put together to share with the students. This concludes our program meeting. We do have 4 minutes to spare, so I do want to hold space for y'all to get y'all's questions out. If y'all do have them, please utilize the chat, unmute yourself, happy to answer them. If you do not have any questions or you're listening into some of the questions, please take time to scan the QR code or copy the link from the PowerPoint if you can. To complete the program meeting survey, we would love to hear your experience with the survey, what you gained from it, what you would like to see in the future. And yes, so if questions, feel free to ask. What's up, Emily?
Hi, I had a quick question on some of the requirements.
Go for it.
So for example, the resume and the mock interview and headshot, are those things that we have to do at the Career Center, or can we do some of those like on our own? Like if we can't go to campus, since I live far, I'm not able to go to campus very often, and I want to be sure I get these things done by the
Great.
requirement date.
Great question. So I do know for the mock interview, and I do know for sure the resume, and I want to say maybe the mock interview, you'll be able to do virtual. However, if you are unable to get a headshot with the Career Center on campus, by all means, utilize your phone, get it set up somewhere on a timer, neck up, slight shoulder, you're good to go. You can submit that, and that will suffice as well. Do not want you to feel like you have to come to campus if you are unable to come to campus to get those requirements done. But I do know that the Career Centers do provide virtual services for the resume and the mock interview. And I believe
Okay.
Mackenzie's coming through with the
I do
question.
also have to say to that, Emily, too, the career services, and I'm pretty sure you can just find it on their website, but they do have like their own kind of function where you can upload a picture. And they'll kind of like, you can like choose like the background, like they'll edit the background, blur it around, make it look nice and like finalized. I know I have done that before. I literally just uploaded a picture, took a picture. You'll take a picture like through the like link that you have on your phone, take the picture, it'll upload it, and then it'll make it all like nice and pretty, blurred background, blue background, white background, whatever it pops up. So there is that option. And I believe you can just go to like the Career Center website. It's somewhere. I saw it on like their windows, and I just took like the QR code. So I've never like searched it, but I know it is there.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. And I did have a question in the chat to Wendy. We are checking y'all in as this goes on. So you don't have to drop your names. We're checking y'all in, but we would like for y'all to still complete the survey nonetheless. And thank you, Lauren, for dropping that link to the Career Center's event on campus. Also, I do want to let y'all know something. I know that we do use a lot of our services through campus groups, so events, CLCs, surveys, website, all of that stuff. If y'all would like a walkthrough on utilizing campus groups, I have office hours every Wednesday from 3:30 to 5 p.m. Feel free to pop in those office hours. I'll drop the link I will drop the link in the chat because I'm the only one that has the link. I will drop it in the chat so that y'all can connect with me, and I'm happy to walk y'all through a campus group so that y'all can get familiar with the platform. This whole sharing screen thing, still getting used to it. That's fine. I feel like y'all just saw how unbusy and busy I am, but it's fine. It's Friday. Other than that, it is 3:30. I am giving y'all's back no time at all, but I will not hold y'all any longer. Thank y'all so much for joining us today. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to any one of us. Visit us in our office space. We are here Monday through Friday and virtual. Please give us 24 to 48 hours to respond to any emails, and y'all be great. Have a great weekend. Take good care. Bye.